Hello, it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. It is time again for me to put out my TBR. I have been doing these as mukbangs. So today I have Taco Bell again, which I did Taco Bell last time, and I was trying to think of something like maybe more fun to eat today, but this is what I really wanted to eat. So I did go ahead and get it. I just realized I don't think that they gave me a fork, and I have cheesy fiesta potatoes, so I better go get a fork. I also grabbed some sour cream. I know I'm gonna want it. So what I got today is the burrito supreme, and I just got the meal, so that came with a taco, and then the cheesy fiesta potatoes and the 2-pack of the Cinnabon Delights, as well as my beloved Baja Blast. So this TBR is gonna be for the months of August and September. If you don't know, I did just have a baby, so I will be on maternity leave for the majority of this time frame. So I am hoping to get a lot of reading done. There's not a lot that I have on this sheet anymore to really talk about that I haven't already. I've also made pretty good progress on things I want to read, but I guess first I just want to talk about some things I'm participating in during this time frame. Firstly, in the month of August, I am participating in the Heartstopper readathon. Betty is here making a little bit of noise, but I think it'll be okay. I'm participating in the Heartstopper readathon. It is month long and it is a competitive readathon, but you don't get to know what you're really competing for each week. So I don't really need to plan a TBR for that. From the sounds of it, I will be able to read basically whatever I want and participate. So that's kind of nice. Oh. I am also starting a reading challenge with some friends. They did this last year and I didn't participate, but they're basically doing 75 hard, but like the reading edition. I think it was Ruby from Ruby Red who originally came up with this concept for them to do last year. But basically we've all chosen 3 different categories to focus on each day for 75 days and doing those 3 tasks for 30 minutes a day. So what I chose was, I guess this isn't really a secret. I would like to read the Goodreads Choice nominees for the romance category this year. And so I've kind of been keeping an eye on that. And now we're over halfway through the year, so I need to kind of focus on that. So my first category is going to be reading 2023 romance releases or books that are preparing me for that. So there's some books in series that I anticipate getting nominated that I will still read the books before to get to that 2023 release. So some of them won't be 2023 releases, but they're prepping for 2023 releases, if that makes sense. And then also in early September, there will be another round of Squash That series happening. We have already teased the days and such, but it's going to be our shortest round yet. So I'm not too worried about planning for that. I'll be able to just kind of play that by ear. So let's get into the books that are on my list. Firstly, for Shelf This Book Club, the book club that I host with rotating hosts who pick the books. In the month of August, Danielle from Danielle Reads picked A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson. Is that correct? And then in September, Ashley from Ashley's Reads picked Legendborn by Tracy Dion. Then I have just 2, I cannot get this open, 2 buddy reads listed still. I listed Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. Martine and I did kind of buddy read Jade more. She read it much faster than I did, but I did mention that I wanted to read Jade Legacy like fairly soon after reading that, and so she said to let her know when I do start that. So that's on my list. And I still have a Pearlious Undertaking by Deanna Raybourn. And I believe Lizzie wanted to read that with me. For book clubs, I don't have any YouTube book clubs listed here right now. I just realistically am not going to get to them. But I do have my in-person book club listed. So the nonfiction for August is Dead Wake by Eric Larson. If I do get to this, it'll be on audiobook. I would need to read it like this week because the discussions are for nonfiction are the first Wednesday of the month. And then for September for the nonfiction, it is Barbie and Ruth. I don't know the name of the author of that one, but I do know it's about the creator of Barbie. And the fiction books are for the month of August, The Silence of Girls by Pat Barker. I think this is a Greek retelling. I'm not sure. I am like next in line for my hold on Libby, so hopefully that comes in on time. And then in September, they are reading Hell of a Book by Jason Mott. I don't know anything about this book. It is tagged on Goodreads just as like fiction, magical realism, books about books. So no idea on that one. Again, I do have a hold from my library. This probably got soggy. I didn't realize it was hard shell. Usually if I get tacos, I do get soft shell. I'm sure it'll be fine. Messy. And then for series that I'm almost through, I guess these are kind of some options for Squash That Series. They're not my only options. This round will be fairly vague on rules, so there will be a lot that you can read. But I do have Jade Legacy listed there. Duke Most Wicked by Lenora Bell. Dark Corners by Megan Golden, which is also an arc. So I most likely will get to that one through my 75 hard challenge. I have The Prince of Broadway by Joanna Shoup, and I have The Play by Elle Kennedy. That one's not the last book in a series, but I think there's only one more book after that one, so I listed it just as like, hey, you're getting close to the end of this series at least. And then I still have the same books listed that I'm reading for the challenge of reading my friends' favorites from last year. And I haven't been approved for any new arcs, so I also don't feel like I need to repeat again all the arcs I have. I will say going into this 75 hard challenge, I believe I have 9 arcs. And I did say that I will allow myself to request a new arc for every 2 that I finish. So I should be making really good progress through my arcs. I am just going to mention the romances that I kind of have my eye on for reading in anticipating that Goodreads choice list. I do want you to let me know down below if there's any books you think that I don't mention that could end up on that list. I'm sure that I will read plenty that don't end up actually making it, but I've been trying to keep an eye on what's going on. So I'm gonna link this list down below. Goodreads posted at like the halfway mark of the year a list that is, what is this titled? The most popular romances of the year so far. And so I think this is a good reference point because it's obviously what Goodreads already has their eye on as well, but there's a whole second half of the year here for more releases to come out. So from this list, the ones that I am definitely anticipating making it to the list, Happy Place by Emily Henry. I already have holds for like a lot of these. My whole Libby is stacked with holds right now. The new Lucy Score, The Things We Hide from the Light, I will also have to read the first one, which I'm not too thrilled about. I know that both of these books are big, but I do think that that will make it. And then the Lauren Asher series, what is it called? Dreamland Billionaires. The 3rd book came out this year, and I think that's gonna make it. So I will probably be reading all 3 of those. Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I placed a hold on the audiobook for this, but I'm not sure that that one will make the list. But I did place a hold on it because my library had it. I do think Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez is going to make it. I already have a hold on the first one, and my library does have the second one. The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. Georgie All Along by Kate Claiborne, I don't think is gonna make the list, but I do have a hold on it because I want to read it. So I'll probably get to that one. I did already prepare and read the first one in this series, but X's and O's by Amy Lee came out this year. I think that'll make the list. I think Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams will make the list, so I will have to read the first book in that as well. And some of these other ones I don't think will quite make it. I do think that the Elsie Silver series, I know the one that came out this year is called Powerless. It's the Chestnut Springs series. I think that that one that came out this year is going to make it, so I will be reading at least 3 of those most likely. And then there is a historical romance category here on this list. The only one I plan on probably reading is Anna Maria and the Fox by Liana de la Rosa. These other ones I haven't seen much about, and I don't know that they will actually make it. And then really the only fantasy romance I have on my list, and I want you guys to tell me if you think this is gonna get nominated for romance or fantasy. I think it'll end up in fantasy and not romance, but I probably will still read it. I'm interested in it, and it is like all the buzz right now, and that is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I just don't know what category it'll be nominated in. And so for now, that's kind of my jumping point for that challenge. I do have a list of other ones that I personally have had my eye on and have noticed a buzz for that aren't necessarily on this list that Goodreads posted. But I think that's a good starting point and a good project for me while I'm off of work right now. So other than that, I'm just trying to make all of these challenges work while playing Jokes on Me. I am sticking to Jokes on Me right now, so nothing will be read that can't be worked in for that. I am luckily not behind on any books anymore, so I'm able to read my choice books every round, and I have high hopes. Whoopsie. So I think that's all I have for this TBR today. If you haven't left me a comment already, go ahead and down below tell me your favorite romance of the year so far. Preferably that was published this year, but if not, that's okay. Actually, you can leave me like a top 3 if you want. I need all the references I can get. But before I go, I should eat one of my Cinnabon Delights because they're the best. Yum. And that's all I've got. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.